Hi everyone, welcome to our latest Volcano Bay update here from Universal Orlando Resorts, Cabana Bay Beach Resort. We're starting off here. We'll be moving over to Turkey Lake after a few of these angles as always. Taking a look from a different starting point than where we usually start. On the side of this restaurant or gift shop building, we're starting to see some great texture work come in. Great siding installed, multiple colors, doors are all done right there. The roof structure there is still a little bit of a work in progress. Just to the right of that, we see where one of the main guest pathways going in currently leaves off. It may actually end there, may connect to the wave pool just to the right here. Eventually, we're seeing some buildings go up right there. This is actually the wave pool. If you look really close and see the blue there, that's actually the wave pool right now. As we pull out and look at the side, this is actually the side of Krakatau Mountain. We're seeing some roof structure, still waiting for an awning, if you will, going on top of that yellow V cone right there we're seeing. And then just in the background, we see some of the slides that went up a couple weeks ago. Again, still not a lot of progress over there, but we do see some pathway work going on over there near the yellow barricades and all of that. Now, as we pull back out and pan back over, this is actually the entrance area just past this building where we see a lot of these yellow V-shaped structures, again waiting for their awnings as well. We see a newly added red structure right there, so we'll have to check that out, and some more higher up roof structures going right there. So this is all interesting. We'll take a look at a couple other angles and perspectives from Cabana Bay. Next up, we're down here at the window looking at Hanu and Aiko Moana, and an interesting little thing we're seeing here is some green and yellow tubes, which have obviously been tested, coming at least up the conveyor over here. But we see some nice green, looks to be 2, maybe even 4-person tubes right here sitting in the station, so that's really exciting, something we haven't seen yet. Also down here, this bridge we were showing you last week has made some developments. It has a handrail. The roof structures there also waiting on an awning. Lots of roof structures basically just waiting on their awnings. And the full development of this blue color building is now pretty much completed. Still waiting to see what kind of groundwork we're going to get here. I would guess that coming from this bridge, we would see something follow that orange fencing all the way around to the stairwell, which is right here, for the 2 slides that we see close by. On the side of this restaurant building, we also noticed some texture. It's a little harder to make out because it is a white siding. This is a building that went up very early and is now basically near completion. We believe it to be a restaurant, maybe a restroom or changing facility as well, is another great possibility. We'll keep our eye on that for more developments, but definitely seeing some of the final detail work starting to go into place on some of these buildings. So here on the ground outside next to the pool of Cabana Bay, we actually see some of that detailed work we were showing you earlier. On the side of the building, looks to be some sort of like fish or shark type creature in the molding right there. So on the other side of the same building, we see the Volcano Bay entrance area making some progress. Again, basically the same thing we saw last week with the tarps and stuff, the vinyl going behind the lettering there. This is the lettering we're seeing right here. But some interesting details, if we can get a good shot of it with the camera here, is on the side of the center building we've been showing you is actually some more design work going on, carved in there. So that's really cool looking, just wrapping the whole theme around everything here at Volcano Bay. And this would be by the bus loop. We'll show you some more of that here in just a moment from inside the building. So taking another look at the entrance area for Volcano Bay, we can actually see as we zoom in, a lot more concrete work has taken place, leaving us a nice little entrance plaza nearing completion now, at least with the concrete work. looks to be 3 more big items going in still right in this area. You can see the groundwork there and the hole in the concrete left open. And then here's that detailed work we were just showing you from the ground. A little higher up, get a different perspective on it there. Under the entry area roof spot, still not seeing much development, a big cutout still underneath there. So as we pull out, we can see that whole entrance plaza area right there, designed very nicely. The ramp that we showed you last week is coming along good as well. So lots of exciting stuff, even from the entrance area of Volcano Bay. With one final angle of Volcano Bay from the Cabana Bay Hotel, we take a look at a lot of different details going on from this shot. First up, we see some rock work actually going in right alongside the pathway here. Really cool looking rock work rising out of the ground. And then just next to that, still in the wave pool area, is a lot of pieces. Now these may not be for the volcano, these may actually be for rock work on the ground like we just seen right here. So that's a definite possibility. Now off in the distance, we see some more of those slides we showed you earlier from the other building, as well as that tower right there. And as we pull back out, this is going to be the wave pool right here. And again, this is the pathway we've been showing you. It's actually made a lot of progress almost all the way across that, well, all the way across that bridge now and to that building over there. So lots of progress on the concrete work. Here again are these platforms we told you about in our post last week, likely for the kids' play area, which does have its supports already going up rapidly, so expect to see some developments on that soon. Picking up again, this building is making lots of progress. We actually see steps coming out of a deeper pool. This could be a splashdown pool for a slide, or possibly just a more aggressive wave pool. We're not really quite sure yet on that. And again, this is a slide that comes out right here. On this side of the mountain itself, on this side of Krakatau itself, we see lots of scaffolding. So from this angle, just lots of stuff going on all over the place to check out. One final detail to point out while we're here is some more of the wall molding. This green and blue has gone in on the side of this building. And that will wrap up our look from the Cabana Bay Hotel or Cabana Bay Beach Resort, looking at Volcano Bay from different angles. Next up, we're going to head over to Turkey Lake Road and take a look to see what we can see from there. As we walk on down Turkey Lake, we're going to get a good look at the volcano, Krakatau Mountain. And as we showed you last week, the scaffolding has started to really come down. We're actually down to the opening now, where the capsule slides are located. You get in the capsule and it drops you down the slide. There's actually 3 of them in there that we saw before they enclosed this volcano. And as you can see, we are scaffold down to that opening on this side of the volcano, of the mountain. Taking a look on ahead, we see this 4-slide complex we've been showing you for a while. And on up ahead, we're going to get a look at one of the safety systems is actually turned on today. We actually have a red light flashing, or had a red light flashing. We'll see if that is still going on once we get down to that angle. Taking a quick look again from this angle though, as we zoom in, we see a couple little structures coming up and more trees starting to appear all around here. So now a little on further down the pathway here on Turkey Lake Road, we can actually see a red light flashing there if you look really closely. That's actually the tube dispatch system, obviously blinking red because the water is currently turned off. We did see the water testing last week. Check out our video on that. It was really exciting to see some of the stuff moving. And then right here in the slides, you can see the corresponding proximity sensors that actually go with that red light. Just kind of lets you know that there's a tube that's passed through, sends it from green to red if the attraction is running. But really exciting to see some actual lights flashing on site. Taking a look back at what we were talking about just a minute ago, we can see a lot of the trees as we pull out here, little bumpy there. We see a lot of trees going in this area, and there again, that structure, that covered structure kind of looks like a little outpost, Polynesian outpost, if you will. And another good look at the saucer slides, and that tower just peeking above there, that saucer slide from this angle. So basically taking a look at Krakatau Mountain from this angle, we see a little more scaffolding on the front side there towards the Cabana Bay side, as we showed you. But down here at the bottom is what we've kind of been focusing on, this temple looking, almost some are calling it ruins looking structure. And this has been exciting to watch it grow, as it was some of the first non-volcanic rock structure that we saw. Now on the scaffolding, if you look really close, we still see a few of those brownish colored plates that were used to lay the base work before we got to where we are here. And from this angle, again, you can just see the point of the volcano and where the mouth of the volcano will be. Obviously, we get a better view of that from the other side, like the Cabana Bay angle. But it just gives you a good idea of where we are in this area. Something we haven't talked about in a while has been the water coaster. It looks pretty untouched. We're still waiting on tarp coverings for the roof structures that we showed you a couple weeks ago. The stairwells still haven't really been covered. Nothing really done with those yet. So we're just kind of waiting to see what goes on there. One interesting thing that's happened is we have a stairwell right here. Looks to be part of the scaffolding, but we're not quite sure about that yet either. Wrapping up our look at Volcano Bay today, we take a look at Hanu and Aiko Moana one more time. We see some construction workers there. They look to be on the conveyor ramp, but they're actually looking at the blue slide piece of Hanu. They could actually be installing some of those safety systems we talked about before. 4 of them right up there that we can see from this angle. And again, just lots of work going on all around Volcano Bay. Lots of exciting stuff from the entrance to the back of the park, or what we would call the back of the park, which would be like these 4 slides on the back side of the volcano. So as we wrap up here from Turkey Lake Road and just across the street from what will be the Volcano Bay Water Park opening May 25th, with the new opening date announced. My name's Jim from WildGravityTravels.com, and we will see you at the parks and see you at the bay in May.